So we're going to go over an exercise called hamstring kicks. So basically we're just going after lengthening the hamstring, which is a little bit of a misconception about what the hamstrings do when you run. So we're not talking from a sprinting perspective, we're talking about from an endurance running perspective. So basically when we're running and we kick our leg forward like this, the hamstrings reactively contract to snap the leg back. So really all they're designed to do is lengthen, then snap down. When we push off, all of that is really created from the hips up more towards the glute, and the hamstrings are kind of along for the ride for just a little bit of support. So you don't really need the hamstrings to be too strong. And in fact, if you just looked at an anatomy book and just thought about what the hamstrings even look like, they're really small, thin, feeble muscles. The glute is a big, strong, powerful muscle. So if we look at this region, it obviously is designed to produce power, and these are like guide wires. So again, when we're running, we flick our leg forward. The hamstrings are like guide wires. They just guide the leg on impact. That's really all they're designed to do. The trouble we get into is we sit all day long, so our hamstrings are in a shortened position, and they get stuck in the shortened position so that when we go to run, they can't flick through, and they can get, a nerve can get caught up, the hamstring itself can get irritated. You can get a lot of pain in the backside of the knee, up at the high part of the hamstring where it inserts. All sorts of weird stuff can happen. So we like to give this exercise to teach a couple different things. What we call co-activation of the knee, where we activate the VMO while concurrently stretching the hamstring. But not stretching in the hamstring in like this kind of way, but more from a functional perspective, like when we're running kind of way. All right? So basically it's super easy. You're just going to be laying on your back, and you're going to have one leg up 90 degrees like this. And I like to have my hands kind of behind my leg like this just to kind of help support it. And we're going to contract this muscle right here called the VMO to straighten the leg, just like that. And that's 1 rep. So if you did a couple sets of 20 reps, that's perfect. Just kind of doing a 1 second hold on the end of this. What you should feel is this muscle contracting to hold the knee in that extended position, and you should feel a nice stretch in the backside of the leg. So basically that's what it's designed to do. Just like that. It shouldn't be painful back here, but a good healthy stretch. Now, say you had like a nerve impingement like sciatica, or where you get some numbness down the leg, or you get shooting pain from the back all the way down the leg. There could be a nerve impingement, so we might give this exercise to you to help get the nerve to slide through the hamstring a little bit better. So basically, when we do that, what we're going to basically advise you to do, and if you have those symptoms, you can just modify it and do this. You're going to do the same thing, but on the tail end, you're just going to bring your toe towards your shin. But be careful, because nerves do not like to be stretched, they like to be mobilized. So when you bring your toes and your big toe up towards your shin, you're pulling the nerve heavily this way. So you're just going to kind of teach that sliding of the nerve, not tensioning of the nerve. So if you do it, it shouldn't create more pain. It should feel like a good, healthy stretch on it. Okay? So again, lots of benefits here. We get good activation of this muscle called the VMO, very critical for running. We teach the sliding mechanism of both the nerve and the hamstring with running as well. Super easy exercise, but very impactful.